This is Killing Floor 2. We're on Xbox Series X. So the game does inherit its Xbox One X enhancement. So that means we're getting a 4K target, but it's like 1800p. But with that, we do actually get a fluid frame rate now at this point. So that's actually kind of neat because I sat there for a while trying to think of games that might be a little bit more sort of fascinating to see in action. And then, yeah, I was like, you know what? Killing Floor 2 had some performance hiccups. And I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I bet it runs smooth. Totally does. Anyways, so we also get HER support, which looks really good. So if you're not familiar with Killing Floor, it is a cooperative experience where you're sort of I guess you could say surviving, battling waves of these things, these Zeds, these creatures, these monstrosities as a group. So you got your team here. You're trying to survive. There's lots of different classes. You're trying to live through the different waves, different challenges. They do kinds of festive events. They add new maps all the time. And yeah, it's actually a really great looking game. And also, the environments are a little bit iffy in terms of, I don't know if you've been seeing that, but some of the weird pop and shift of like parts of the environment as I'm running along here, kind of a little bit awkward to see. But I think for the most part, visually, it's actually quite lovely looking and detailed with its gore and intensity in its action. And yeah, it's got some cool slow motion parts to it. So it's just gory, intense, filled with weird creatures. And the weird events are totally worth jumping into. If you've never seen them before, I think you are definitely missing out because they do like weird Christmas things, I think weird Halloween stuff, you know, they do some weird things in this one. And yeah, it's kind of just really quite fun. I have a really good time playing this game. I find it quite enjoyable. I played quite a bit of the first one, a fair bit of the second one too. I've checked it out on, PC. And and on Xbox and also PlayStation 4. So I got an idea of how it's kind of running and performing, and it's quite interesting, at least I think so, in terms of the design of it and the performance and all that. It seems to be entirely smooth, and I mean that's not to say it wasn't smooth on One X. It was a lot of the time, but the more complexity and creatures and stuff you have going on, the more of a toll it takes. And now that seems to be really clean and running quite well. I do think it was a bit of a mistake perhaps not having like a dynamic 4K scaling or options, considering we probably have the overhead now to handle that. At the same time, it's really good looking. It's clear, it's crisp, it's got some great levels and a good amount of content and tons of replayability. I think that's the big part of this one that makes it so enticing, is the fact that you could just keep, playing and playing, working on your different classes, leveling things up. Every game feels like a bit of a different challenge, and there's like some boss level type situations too. New creatures, a fun, messed up sort of attitude in regards to how the individuals are handling the situation. It's just kind of well done and very surprising. I think if you've never played the game before, you might be genuinely shocked at kind of the quality and the design of this one. It's just really weird and quite out there, which makes it a delight to work through because, yeah, it's sort of just really intense. I think I think this is my tech pistol because I'm more about I guess I'm a bit of a healer to a degree because I'm the medic. Though you get what I'm saying. Oh, wave completes, then you rush to the trader in order to buy better gear, better weapons, and then you try to survive the coming waves. We actually jumped into a pretty good time point because we are towards the more later levels where things get, well, not levels, but waves where things get way more intense. But yeah, this is even just I guess you say not as intense level in comparison to some of the more wild ones that come later on. This is actually, it's neat, but it's not as detailed as some of the other ones, is what I'm trying to say. Like, some of them have a lot more depth in their environment, a lot more conflict in terms of being more plant-like, I guess you could say. We'll sell that. We'll fill our medic things. I don't know how much money we got. Grenades, yeah, might as well. And you could also give other people things, and you could buy different like armor bits and stuff as well. They offer a lot of different options for tweaking your character each match, and you gotta kind of work towards that too, right? You actually gotta eliminate people. I should have bought maybe, I think it's too late, I should have bought like a melee weapon or something like that. It's kind of good to have. But yeah, lots of different situations. I quite like the jungle type ones and the ones where it's more, I want to say Metro-like, where you're in these really messed up looking underground subway type places. Those are very cool. We got this person there. Yeah, so gruesome too, just in terms of the design, the look of it. It's got a very particular sort of feel and style to it that I don't think other titles do. And I'm wondering almost where the third one is. They've supported this one very, very well over the years. They still seem to do events for it all the time, which is kind of fun. You know, you get different achievements, you come on, you look for like collectibles on the maps and stuff. It's kind of exciting. And there's different ways to play it as well, you know, different sort of challenges to it. I just really think it hits the mark in being something that you could just keep battling and battling through. And if you have friends, it's a really great situation for a group to work through it. At least I think so, if you've got buddies for it. Even playing by yourself, it's super easy to find matches with their players and have a good time with them. It's quite fun, and it's a very great, well done game. I just do certainly enjoy what it has to offer, the scale of it, the design. It's surprising, and I can't believe I didn't think of it earlier, actually, since this is something that I find so, it's messed up. Like, the game really is quite gory and grotesque and creepy and weird. It's different, but it's so enjoyable, it's so weird, it's quirky, and if you play those holiday events, they're the best. I should have almost waited more towards Christmas. I don't know if people responded this well. Maybe I'll do like a more Christmas-oriented one. But yeah, they get like messed up like gingerbread creatures, and like, there's like a Santa and everything. It's absolutely wild, which makes it awesome. At least I think so. It's so cool and weird. Yeah, there we go. Get some ammo out here. I don't know, I think it would be genuinely surprising to most people, just in the sense that they wouldn't have experienced the game, because I don't think there's other games really like this one. Certainly not as gory or as insane or as gripping. It's just fascinating, actually. I can't say there's really necessarily too much of a story going on in this one. If you're coming in here, the goal of it is to enjoy, you know, surviving, killing these creatures, working together in a co-op situation. That's most of the fun of it. We blew through that level, so I'm going to reward myself with, I don't know, I think the katana is kind of a classic sort of weapon to kind of have here and go whoosh. But you get what I'm saying. They just, it's a good time. It's weird, it's different. You know, lots of different sort of tools and things you can use, and you can favorite your buying stations and throw money around. And, yeah. Such a weird game, but nice to see it running so cleanly, I guess you could say is the thing. Because I do remember that being like, oh, it looks beautiful, but we get some hiccups here or there, and now it's crisp and clean. I just wish they would maybe... They also do strike me as the kind of group that would go back and maybe optimize this. I don't know if they'd want to, but it would be cool to see some of the environmental sort of pop and, you know, kind of cleaned up. I think we have the capability now tech-wise to sort of deal with that. Or even maybe fully bump it up when it comes to the resolution. I think the potential is there. Or even more wild, maybe give it a bump up to 120. I don't know how possible that is or how much overhead is available, but I think it would be sort of interesting to have available to us. I think it would be a neat option. Ooh, that thing is... getting closer. There we go, it's dead. Katana time! Now, it's kind of not smart to do the katana, because guys will just, like, cut you in half. You'll think you're tough until they, like, rip you into, like, shreds. And then you'll be like, ah! Ooh, crap. Yeah, I missed with that thing. Just throw out one of these. You just, really, you have fun with it. You battle along, and it's a good time. Oh wow, look at that cut. Really, really good. It's, yeah, you know, it's gruesome. It's gory. Be prepared for that. It's sort of weird, these monsters. Just really unsettling looking, quite honestly. And again, very, very non-human in nature in case any monetization things come into play here with the creatures' bodies. Yeah. Definitely nameless, weird monster things that don't remotely look like humanoids at all, right? Thumbs up. Anyways, yeah, holiday events, definitely check those out if you're at this point. I'm still really trying to enforce those because those ones are some of the funnest things I've done are jumping in here. And the holiday, the Christmas one is so joyous. And they always do something fun with it. They always do something weird and entertaining. I think that's part of the most enjoyable aspect of this game is that they do actually support it and do actively care about it, which I think is, you know, sort of an important thing here. Oh, now we gotta get to the trader post. I thought we were done with that wave. I thought that was, well, maybe that was 9 and 10. Anyways, we'll finish strong. We'll finish this off so you can see what the boss type of situation is. Oh, and sometimes they've got like really great music sort of pounding in the background. I've turned that off though, just in case there was any issues, but yeah, they've got some like epic sort of pounding music as you're blasting away creatures and trying to survive. It's very good. I do wish that I would have maybe picked a more exciting level, but I do think this is still a fine showcase of what the game has to offer. Let's fill this all up here. Tech pistol. I don't really know what else I have to buy, or if I need anything else. Whatever. Good enough. I'm ready to go. Let's take this thing on. Let's have a good time.
Stay sharp. I can almost smell them coming.
It's like somebody's ready to battle. Oh, and there's lots of character customization too.
Who wants money?
If you were wondering
Anyone
about
need some
that.
cash?
Throw in money. Where do I say I'm
I'm going to the trader. You lot do what you like.
Where do I say that I'm throwing bills out? Anybody want money? Oh, here we go. Dr. Hans Volter.
Your incessant gobbling of money.
Yeah, that thing looks really messed up. It's like a Bane scientist experiment. You know, it almost... Oh, he's right there. It almost reminds me of Wolfenstein, Castle Wolfenstein, with that messed up stuff. I hope that becomes backwards compatible someday. I would love to show off that title. Well, I don't know who published that one. I mean, I think Wolfenstein's in-house now, right? In terms of being first party on Xbox. Oh yes, and there's tons of these thingies too. That's not good. Is everybody alright? Enjoy some health, guys. Oh, wow. This is not a good situation. Totally weird, nondescript monsters everywhere. Lots of conflict. Lots of fun times. Finish him off. Yeah, he's got a lot of health. He's absorbing bullets. And there's difficulties too if this is too easy for you. You want more of a challenge, I guess. You can really amp that up too. I love the slow motion. Yeah, this floor is just like drenched in blood and stuff. It's fantastic. They really do need to do a third one though. I'd love to see if they would improve things. I mean, they don't need to. I think this version is still like a really good way to play. Oh no. Oh, am I still alive? I'm still alive. Somebody, I think, saved me. You guys are the best. And yes, I know I'm supposed to shoot for his thermal core thing. Oh. Oh yeah, this is not what I had in mind when I was pressing the Y button there. I was hoping I would maybe get a, I don't know, the sword. I was wanting to cut down the guys that were in close pace, or close proximity to me. Now I do need my gun to shoot. He is taking damage. I'm out of ammo. Okay, let's get to the 9mm here. Maybe I should have bought a secondary. Oh jeez. Oh no, I'm dead. That's killing floor 2. Pretty cool. Actually, we should see if the teammates can handle this. I wonder if we can actually get to the free camera. Can we do a free counter? Yeah, we can. It's probably a better test of the performance, kind of being up here and seeing that. Oh, we did it. Good job, everybody. That was nice. Good teamwork. Good blasting. I mean, I came in late, but I still think I helped out with everybody.